Okay, this is part number 2 of the pole position restore. Like again, we're just going to jump straight into it. I think last time we got the power on the on this machine. I actually forgot to switch it on. I didn't know there was a switch at the back. Luckily there was a video on John's arcade and he was looking at his Quantum, which is an Atari board as well, and they have the switch in the same place. So I feel a bit silly, but anyway, yeah. So it all powers up. We need to look into the board and see if there's any issues with that. So we'll crack on. Okay, since the last video I did with regards to the pole position, I've actually put the board back in and turned it on, and I got a blue garbled mess. So the monitor works, and I'll show you that in a second. The voltage is slightly high. Right, so I've got the board back in place. Let me get in here. So, where is everything? So that's where the battery was. And we've got our 12 volts, 5 volts, and ground coming through these. Now, the 15 volts, 12 volts is 15 volts for some reason. I don't think that makes much of a difference for us. It's the sound maybe and the lights stuff. I think that's okay. It's the 5 volts, so it's slightly high, it's 5.2. So down in here somewhere, if you can see that around the corner. No, I've not actually looked yet. Lower the voltage. Actually, there's a little yellow pot there, if you can see that. So one over here, there is. Let's see that. Probably that. So I'm going to go away, come and then have a look. Oops, sorry, I'm going to be lots of shaky cam moves because I can't get in here very well. I really need to put some wheels on this thing so I can move it around because it's really, really heavy. Also, what I'm going to try and do, I wonder if we can, it'd be nice if we could open the coin door, because this is the test board here. I think there's a switch there. So I can't turn this, but I could undo that on there. So I can't really film very much at the back here. I'm just going to have to sort of see what I'm going to do and then come back once I've done it. So I'm going to try and get the coin door open, have a look and see how we can adjust the voltages on these. These are AR2s, there's one for each board. You can see there's 2 power supplies coming in. So we'll do that and come back. Okay, so I managed to get the coin door to open. I just basically undid that and took the latch off, which is now inside with the tools down there. So if we just wipe the dust off that, disgusting. That's, I mean, plays that 115,000. Is that quite a lot? I don't know. And also on the other side, it wasn't used very often. In fact, see there's a screw through there. Switches down here. I don't know why there's 2. But anyway, there's actually a screw that holds the circuit board in. Actually, there it is. I was looking for that. I don't want to drop it. In fact, let me drop this the other day. Using the light. There we go. Cool. So I've got that out. Interested to see if I can get into there as well. Is there any cash? I open this one up. There's about £2 worth of cash, so I'll take my lunch tomorrow. If I find any more. So this is the test switch here, and I assume that's just a service switch. And these are volume, I assume. Sorry, these ones are volume. So let's see if I can get this one open as well. See what's in there. Okay, looking at the back here, looks like I'm going to have to drill the lock because it's all in this bit here. I assume this is so the game could be altered or changed, or fixed without the coin door being exposed, or the coin bucket. So yeah, I'm going to drill the lock for that one. So I'm not actually by the boiler, I was actually after the screw that's now in place in there. I don't know if that's the official way of doing it, but that's how it's been done on this board. You can see the other one there. So I'm going to have a look at these and look at, I think I can't find any information. The problem is this is a Namco board. They're very, well, they're not rare, but they're a lot more scarce, I would say, than the Atari boards. So there's not as much information as the Atari ones on the Namco ones. So this AR2 is different. These AR2s are different. So I assume these pots will control voltage. So what I'm going to do, like I say, I can't be. This is a wall right here, so I've not got much room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the voltage reading again for the 5 volts and all the other bits and pieces. Then I'm going to alter those and see if that makes a change. Not going to plug the board, I'm going to plug it obviously from the board. And hopefully I'll get it nearer to 5 volts. I'll switch it on again, we'll have a look what happens to the screen. You can see the rust on that, those pins there, and the legs there. I need to go around and really take all these sockets out, all these socket chips out, and just give them a clean. Yeah. So let me do that and we'll come back. Okay, I managed to squeeze the tripod in now. So I noticed something odd when looking at the voltages. So let's try it switched off. Now it's plugged in and it's switched off down there. So if I put that in like that. So from what I gather, middle was ground and this coloured wire is 12 volts supposedly. Now it's not even on. I'm getting 1 volt, which is odd. So perhaps there's some capacitance somewhere. I don't get anything from the 5. Same thing the other side. You can see that plastic shroud's come off the ground, but it's not really a big deal. So do the same this side. Again, I get 1 volt, which is very odd. Now switch it on. Everything clicking on. So again, if I do it this side, so that's supposedly 12 volts, and I'm getting 15.49. Oops. Take the red wire and put that into. That's supposedly 5 volts. That's 9.4. Let's take that one out. And put this one in. 15 at the 12, and .25 that side, which is sort of what I had before. So turn the game off. If I then plug in the edge connectors into the board, like so, turn it on again. Now, I've not got the power in, so let's check the 12 volts again. And we get 15. Check the supposed 5 volts. And we get almost 15. So the power's not plugged into the board, but when I plug the edge connectors in, I get a different amount here for the voltages, which is odd. Just check the other side. Goes in. So I'm getting Now I'm getting 5.4 on the 5 volts on the other one, and this is so fiddly. And again, 15 volts on the other side. So maybe it's something to do with the sense connection. I don't know. The sense circuit, 10.5. But I'm very puzzled now. I thought what I was going to do is just, I'm pretty sure I changed them, checked them before, and they're both just over 5, but for whatever reason they're not much higher. I don't want to plug the board in that level of power going through. Again, I don't know if this is correct, that these are supposed to be ground 12 and 5, but supposedly that's what the internet says. So something weird's going on, so I'm going to have to investigate and find out what's going on. Okay, we're getting these weird voltages from the 2 power supplies. They're both Atari AR2 power supplies for use with the Namco boards. What I'm going to do, hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to get these out. So there's one there, and there's one right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew these, unplug them all, and you can do what's called a sense mod on these AR2 units. I think the reason why the voltages are so high, I tested them before and they were fine, and I tested them last time and they were high, much higher. I think what's happening is because they're unplugged and there's no 5 volts coming back to them, what happens is if 5 volts goes out to the board, out to this, and the 5 volts go back, and it will detect any drop off, and then it will increase the voltage to compensate. Now, obviously, if I haven't got it connected up, when I'm powering these up, then it's, you know, it's going to, well, I assume that it's going to increase the voltage. So I think that's what's happening. So I was going to do a not a cap kit, but you know, do a replacement of all the components. But there's not many on these boards. You can see, I think what they did, they took a lot of stuff off in certain revisions. Now this is an 05 revision, so they're quite late on, because it's the Namco version. A couple of components in there, and you got a couple of this size usually populated. Maybe that because that was the amp as well. I think the audio amp is on board on the Namco board. So what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to take these out, do the sense mod, and then measure the voltages again. Hopefully everything's okay, and then we'll turn on and see what we get. I think I've already put a picture up anyway, but we'll see what we get now. And then, yeah, we've definitely got 5 volts definitely coming through then, so that's the most important thing. We don't want it sort of jumping around different voltages and things. So I'm going to take these out and we'll go through that. So we've got the AR2 board out now. In fact, you can disconnect this. I'll give it a shake cam. See, it's AR2 now. From my understanding, it's stuff around J7, so you can see minus cents and you can see plus cents. So I think one of these is the return to the board from the actual game board. It's fairly clean for its age, really. I mean, if you look at the back, it's a bit. I don't know if it's because it's. I don't know if that's because it's. I don't know if it's water damage, but anyway, it looks fairly clean. So, I'm going to go back and do a bit of research because I can't remember what I was doing there, but it's something to do with J7. I've got to bridge a couple of connections, so I'm going to do that. You can see all the speaker stuff, look, it's been removed because so that's 12 volt DC. Again, what's this? I think been removed, I'm not sure. Only this stuff in the middle, and I'm pretty sure, where is it? There. Pretty sure that, if it focuses, is the resistor, variable resistor, so you can change the voltage. So yeah, gonna do a bit of research, come back, and we'll see what we need to solder. So sorry for the shaky cam, but it's easy to get in. I've got no zoom on my phone. So what we need to do, if I can get something to... Right, so what we need to do is bridge these 2 points here. So this is the pins of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need to do 3 and 6 and 1 and 2. So what we need to do is bridge them. So what I'm just going to do, I've lost it there. Where did I put it? It's always happening with me. I always put stuff down. I can't find it. There we go. So what I was going to do is I was going to focus this. I was going to get some this thick-ish red wire, but it's quite. I could sort of bend it around. So what I've done is I've just stripped one end. Doesn't want to focus, does it today? Anyway, I stripped one end. You can see, and I'm going to use that to bridge the gaps, and I'll snip off the excess. Same goes for that way. So let's put this. Let's tripod. You may not see this, but we'll give it a go anyway. So in fact, it might be easier to go on the other side. So you can see that there. Like I said, we're going to do 3 and 6, so 3, 6, and we're going to do 1 and 2. Try and hold on to the wire. Something else, otherwise I'll burn my fingers off. What we're going to do first actually is just make sure that's probably old crappy solder on here, or not crappy but old solder, so let's just give it a little bit of a... See if we can just coax the old solder to melt. There we go. Same goes for this. So much easier with a... This was crappy soldering iron, it was rubbish for this sort of thing. He says, well, I'm not trying to do this, struggling to do this, but there you go. And let's just do this one. Okay, got a bit too much on there at the moment. Let's excess off. Go. Just do this last one. Some people don't say not to bother with the sense mod, it's not needed, but I'd rather get a proper 5 volts out of it, just to make sure I'm not overloading the board with any voltage. So right, so I've done that. So if I grab these dodgy little bits of wire that I've done, bend them at an angle, and drop them in. Lets me do it. One. Bend it down further. Just risk my fingers for this bit. Ow. Actually, put the solder on it. There we go. So if I snip the excess off, in fact I'll let it cool first. Little bit, and then ooh. There we go. So that is getting our bridge. I'm just going to snip off an excess at the end here. There. So those are bridged. Do the same. 1 and 2 are bridged, and I need to do 3 and 6. There we go. Right, so a quick inspection. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's not bad. I've definitely done worse soldering efforts. So you can see there, we bridged those two. You can see on the other side, where is it? So it's 147, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 is in the corner there. So it's flipped around the other side when you come over the side, wherever it is. There we are. So it's. Sorry for the shaky cam. Right. So 1 to 2 and 3 to 6. So what I'm going to do is put out the other board. This thing focuses. Put out the other board. Oh, what's also, this isn't more damaged. Apparently, it's just how what happens when this gets old. Solder mass. So pull out the other one and do exactly the same, and then we'll come back and we'll just test the voltages, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a nice steady 5 volt. Okay, so I've done the mod on both AR2s. They're both back in. So I'm going to switch it on. Try and take this away from the board. Don't really want to touch it if I can. These wires away. Plastic, but that's the ground in the middle anyway. So set my multimeter for DC. So I can't remember which, but ground's the middle one. You can see that. So the other two are 12 and 5. So switch on, watch my head because the monitor's above it. So this is the problem with this. The wires aren't long enough on my. So put that in there. It's getting 14 volts. It's less than we had last time. So take this one out. I think we had out this one. So that's 4.97. So you can see it. Okay. I can't remember what we had on that one last time. One of them was higher than the other. So this is a bit of a dodgy ground connection in there, but says 5.09 on that one and 14 something on that one. So that seems to have done the trick. So I think what we'll do is it's less than 5 now. It was much more than 5, but I think it's because it was the sensing circuit was trying to up the voltage. So I'm going to turn it off and make sure he's going the right way. I'm going to have to use my camera for this, with the lights on. So how much way this goes around now? I think it's that way, but I can't be 100% sure. Okay, I've checked the pinouts from my old pictures, and that's how it was before I got it, when I got it. So turn it on. Steer around the front. Got the light on, unfortunately. Let's see what we get. Yeah, this is what I got before. I'm going to cover the light up a little bit. So the monitor looks good actually, even though it's got a load of crap on it. But yeah, I think what I need to do now is just test the voltage that's going through to it. I think it's a little low now, so that might be causing issues. So we need to up the voltage a little bit. Need to sort out that cardboard thing. It's sagging, isn't it? But yeah, so well, I mean, the voltages are okay. You can't even see ever so slightly see the burning, that game over burning. So So next thing to do is just test the voltages on the test points if I can figure out where they are. Okay, so a few weeks after we're looking at the pole position board, and I got to the point where I didn't really know what to do with it. And as there's such finicky boards, I decided to seek some professional help. Because I've got enough to do. I've got so many projects and things on the go. I just thought it'd be easier to give it to someone who knew what they're doing. So I've just got it back. The person I sent it to is someone called Mark, and you can see that I've written my name off there, but Retro Clinic it's called. So if you're in the UK, this guy fixed I assume all different types of boards, but he's a specialist as well in pole position boards. So I think it took him just over a week to fix it. There's quite a few things wrong with it as well, so I'm glad I went through him, because otherwise I would have spent probably years trying to fix it. So there's one thing that's missing on it. He told me that before, and we'll get to that. It's not a major issue, but so here's the board here. Oops, getting in the way. He's got a warranty as well. So this guy's really good. You know, he has a warranty on his work. He soak tested it for a few days to make sure it was okay. Where did I put my Stanley knife? There we go. And this is looks like a bunch of bad chips, pretty much. I think he's just given me all the bad ones, which is good. So I'm looking for, I think this is the one. You can see some of them corroded that are sold. A 52XX. Now this is the chip that does the sound, not the sound, the speech. So when it says prepare to qualify, that's not going to happen with this board, unfortunately, at the moment, because this chip's bad. So I need to get hold of another one, and they're relatively rare. I mean, there's quite a few pole position boards kicking about, but he didn't have any. He replaced all the ones he could. That was the only one he didn't have it to hand. So if anyone knows where I can get one from, I'll be all ears. So that's over there. Put enough packaging on it. Comes in this anti-static bag. It's even got a little Retro Clinic sticker on it as well. I have to tidy all this crap up. So just put that over there for now. Okay, right. What I'm going to do, so you can see it's got the little Retro Clinic sticker on it when it was serviced. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to excuse me, check the voltages like he said. Pretty sure they'll be fine. Then I'm going to install the board, and before I turn it on again with the board installed, I'll set the camera up and we'll have a look at it both together. Okay, test the voltages. Installed it all, so hopefully now it all works. Fingers crossed. See what we get. A load of zeros. RAM error. Awesome. Oh, it's not working after all that. Okay, I'll have to go and find out what's going on. Okay, I just off camera, just as you can see, you've got something now. I just blew into the edge connector sockets, and it seems to have booted now. So I wonder if they're just a bit dirty. So I'm going to give them a clean, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I've got rid of all the garble mess, and if we should be able to coin up here. You can hear There's obviously no. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. Turn blind, as it were. That's perfect. Okay. Because we are down on here with just the red, because I've only hit the red. The monitor, for some reason, I had sync. I managed to get rid of the garble mess. This is me steering, by the way, and looking at an angle. I can change it here. There we go. I'll blow up. No, maybe not. It's quite hard. Use this. I'll fit this up to a SCART TV. Oh, hang on. Let's see if I can explode. Actually, it's hard. Easier to nice. I'm not exploding. There we go. Boom. Okay. So I wasn't getting any sync from the monitor. I did originally, and then had a garbled mess. Reseated all the sockets and everything, and then I didn't get any sync. So I thought, oh, perhaps I've knocked something or something, but no. See. Down here. Oh yeah, put loads of credits in. I don't get prepared to qualify either, because one of the chips is bad. So this basically the speech chip, but that's not a big deal. We can get one of those hopefully at some point and look out for one. Yeah, we've got it working on this monitor. This monitor does display it, but it rolls. I've got a V-Sync issue with the monitor, it looks like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the cables back in. Perhaps just reseating the cables in the back of the monitor will fix that, I don't know. If not, we may have to recap the monitor. So that's pain. It was working, now it's not. This is starting to be a bit of a pain in the ass now. So at least the board's working. We know the board's working okay. They actually lose red for a little bit, but they came back. So obviously the harness is a bit dodgy. I get RAM 8 errors every so often to reseat the socket. So I think we saw that earlier on. But yeah, everything's working. We're in high still. Everything works. So I'm going to reseat everything, try again. If it doesn't work, we're going to have to pull the monitor and yeah, I'm going to have to pull the monitor and probably do a cap kit. Have a look at some. Apparently it's Electro Home Geo 7 monitor. One of the guys in the UK back confirmed that for me, which is good. So I'm sure there's someone's had the same problem. So we shall come back. Okay, this is it all hooked up back together again. You can see it rolling. So the horizontal sync's fine, it's just the vertical sync. I don't know why. Like I say, it works on the TV, so there's something slightly wrong with the monitor, I think. So if we put in a credit, all the graphics okay, colours are fine. Quite hard to play with this. As you can see, it's all. The steering wheel's not quite right either. It's a bit. It goes right foot more than it goes left. I think it needs a bit of calibrating or cleaning or something. But yeah, it's all working. Just need to get this bloody vertical sync issue fixed. Apparently, it could be a couple of resistors. Not sure. I'm sort of glad this is working. The board's working now at the very least, because it cost a little bit of money to get it working. So I didn't really have to send it back and spend any more on it. So, but we'll leave it here with a rolling pole position. Am I going to qualify? I did, even with a rolling screen. Again, I don't get my sound. I'm going to try and get that as well at some point. We're making progress though. We are making progress.